Do, 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 do. Hey, I'm here. Oh, I thought I had music. Music. Ah, welcome to Writers Write. How you guys doing? I'm starting with a dilemma. First thing off, and you can decide. Welcome, by the way, to Writers Write. I'm Ann Kimbrough, and as you can see, I don't have glasses on. I'm trying to clean up here. Gosh, I've gotten 2 new pairs of glasses. All the better to see with, my dear. And I've got to decide, which do I wear on camera? I don't know which I like. Can I see? Yeah, I don't know which go with the hat. You're seeing too much behind the scenes stuff. All right. I got my there. I feel like with these, you see my eyes more. But I feel like then I have to do like more eye makeup. And then there's these that I sort of blend in. You know, almost, do you not see them at all? Because they're tan, they're like pinkish. They're like a horn rim pink thing. All right, vote. And if nobody's here, you can. Someone gets the big say. Which will be my new on-air glasses? That's what we really care about today, right? No, we care about writing. And I'm running a little late, so we're gonna start soon. Who's doing NaNoWriMo? How's it going? I hope it's good. Let's see, I gotta get into chat. Yeah, I guess the question is, which of these are better for seeing? I got new glasses because my prescription changed for the better. You know, when does that happen? So it's not working. Hello? Is that Yvette? Let's see, I can't see. It hasn't come up in chat yet. It looks like Yvette. When it comes up on this screen, it's the feed.
I got the
there's
glasses
me
with my prescription.
talking about me. Oh yeah, there's Yvette. Hey, you are welcome for the help, my dear. I hope that helped. Did you figure out? Did you figure out your blurb for your book launch? Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah, I'm always here if you guys reach out to me. If I can help, I will help with little things like that. That had a blurb. Yeah, that 500 characters. That is very challenging, but you know, you can still write a lot. Several sentences. All right, I'm gonna get us on the clock. I don't have the clock. You have I'm like, I didn't even find my clock. I gotta open it. We have a lovely lake view. That won't get us on the clock. There it is. Okay, it's made itself known, so now I just have to bring it up. And we will get started on our first 25-minute writing sprint of the day. There we go. Let's make it happen. Ready? On your mark, get set, write. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, so I got my new glasses. I'm getting used to them. I find them, they're, when you get to a certain age, I hate to tell you this, they're not just one prescription. They're what you call, what are they, progressives? So I think my light is very bright today, though. I am also playing around. Okay, go down a little. Come on. Mostly I want you to see me and not the glasses. So I actually like both of these for that reason. All right, I guess those are the lowest. Yeah, so I'm rearranging this room for the iScary podcast. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's doing really well. I haven't checked it, of course, this morning. Let's see how the downloads are going. Thank you for everyone that has put out a review. Ooh, what happened? I jumped out of one program accidentally. Yeah. Hey, that was my happy one. Oh, this is a different one. you want something more upbeat today? Yeah, we got to do some writing. Oh, there's the other one. I can go back to that if you don't like this music. But thank you to everybody that has helped promote this and downloaded, listened, left reviews on Apple. That's really cool. I appreciate it. It means so much to me, and the launch is going really, really well, which is fun to see. Oh, cool. Well, super. I'm glad you did. Research as always helps with blurbs and writing in general, right? So good for you. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a while, you know, and you can change those blurbs, right? If you so desire. Let's see what our stats. I have 124 downloads, so that's good. Let's see what Apple says, because this is just, I mean, I don't know how much is, I mean, obviously if it was thousands of downloads, I know that would be good, but I don't know, and it hasn't been a full week, so I think it's a good start, and if I can maintain some of that progress, we'll see. I mean, that to me is the harder part, is to maintain it. All right, let's see. Ratings and reviews. How many? I have 7. So I have 7 reviews. 4.9 out of 5. It's funny. I mean, I know who all these people are but one. And I'm still pretty sure it's somebody I sent there. Yeah. One of my friends gave it a 4-star review. Okay. That's all right. Let's see, what did the stats say otherwise? Oh, analytics. Oh, wow, it says there's 96 plays on Apple. That's interesting. So now if I go over to where my hosting is, it says, what does it say? You have to be careful that it's not doing, yeah, it's just doing, I gotta look at my analytics. Oh, those are my stats. Anyway, they don't always agree, but I'm happy. Happy. It's very good. I think a lot of the reviews, oh, I know, I wanted to look, I'm running the Spotify ad. I have not seen one uptick in how many people are listening on Spotify yet. I don't know if that was worth the money. The other ads I've been running have all been on just Facebook boosts, which have done really well. So, yeah. Okay. All right, this music sounds sort of like country. I'm going back to my fave. I like this music mostly because we've heard it so many times now. It just blends into the background. It gives us, something. Hey, Allie! Welcome to the writing sprint. Are you jumping in today? I love the pictures you've been posting recently on Instagram. The coffee house is cool. Now, that wasn't the coffee house you worked at, was it? I wouldn't think you'd go back there to hang out. I never know. Aw. Sarah's so adorable, though. Now I've seen pictures of her. You can't call her a monster. She just has energy. She has a lot of energy, and she likes to dance. Let the girl dance, Mom. I know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. So I am spending a lot of time, obviously, on iScary right now, and I'm reforming this space without changing it for us, because I like this. I think this works for my studio, my barista center. So, but I decided we want to start doing some of iScary with 2 people in the same space, which is interesting. It'll be interesting. That's totally different. It's all been very remote, and it works well that way. And obviously there's certain guest hosts that I I can't. I'll still have some remote guest hosts because you just have to. But I am actively really looking for people to come in. So, in one of my guest hosts in season 1 is my husband. He's in episode 4 that's out so far. If you listen, that's Mike. So obviously he could be here and do one. But we just thought it might be really fun because this way we won't have to run it through I use a program called Zencastr for that. We won't have to run it through that. Obviously some episodes I still will because I'm still going to have remote people. But I have some friends in town that I think could be good guests, so I'm going to pull them in. And another of the guys, Zach, he's local, so he's in episode, I want to say 2 or 3. Can't remember. Darcy is not remote. He has to be remote. He's a brother-in-law, and he lives in Canada. So unless he comes to visit, then I'll pull him in here. Yeah, who could I invite to come visit? To come up into my little studio. It's gonna look so big, and this room is getting tighter and thinner as I go. What did you see at the theater? Oh, it was An Officer and a Gentleman, the musical. Yeah, I put that hashtag in there. It was very hard to read. I should have fixed that. So it wasn't a movie theater. It was a theater. It was a musical, big Broadway kind of style musical. We have a place here called the Smith Center where they do that. It was really good. It has it was all like 80s songs. Wasn't that an 80s movie? So, and it had that song, you lift us up where we belong. That one. So obviously they sang that, but then they sang like a Men at Work song and stuff like that. And it was interesting how the words to the songs they chose fit the storyline. Yeah. So they were really good singers. It was really fun to be out again. That was a picture with my son. So you see my Insta. Yeah, well, thanks to you, Yvette. I am on Instagram more, and I am posting my stuff. Oh, so many things to learn. Oh, Yvette, you need to do this too. How will you do it? All right, you don't have a podcast, but you do audio, right? Yeah, I don't know how it would work then for you. But there's a program called Headliner, and it has a free service. So I don't know if on Instagram, I have a couple of Headliner videos up there. So they take an audiogram from a podcast, and they put it to like a picture like this one, and they create like a little audiogram. It can be a line that moves when the people talk, or it can be a circle. It does some weird fun stuff. So I've been using that, and creating those is quite easy, and then posting them as something to post, because that's the big thing I feel with anything we're promoting. And it's something I haven't actually been doing with my book, which I should do that. I have been thinking of taking my first cozy mystery novel and turning that into a podcast, like, more of like an audio drama. Obviously, I'm not talking about. Well, I could talk about cozy, but it could be a mix. We'll see. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I just think it's a really cool way to promote all the stuff you're creating in this world. Time. It's all about time. How are we spending our time? Hopefully you're spending it writing right now. All right, I'm still trying to decide. Do you like my glasses? So you guys might not have heard. These are the first glasses. My husband's like, they go up. He doesn't like how they go up here. I'm like, well, but then he always says, but I'll get used to it. I'm like, you're not even going to see them. And here are glasses number 2. They're just, I don't know. If we show my ears off. I'm sorry to be girly on you for a minute. So do we like these are the just wire frames, and they're bigger, so they're kind of my everyday glasses. They're really light. Wait, somebody said something. Yes, you created short animations. I love that. I think I like these better for on camera. They're not as bold as my hat. Oh no. But they are smudged. Maybe I'll have to like just start getting up earlier and do the whole hair makeup thing. But that defeats the purpose of being Anne. I do, and you know, like day to day after you see me, I do clean up a bit and go out in the world without a hat on. If you see me with a hat, it's either because it's sunny and I need it, or it's because I'm lazy and I haven't done my hair. All right. Anyway, enough about me. So yeah, so I'm going to turn this into a studio. And I'm going to do some live broadcasts right here. Or, they're not live. Sorry, I'm going to record them. So I've got new... what's going on there? Makeup! I need you. Yeah. You know, hair and makeup on a set. I need them. Where's that technical person that can do all that stuff? Yeah, so we're gonna have. I'm hoping, excuse me, that everything I have will work. But we're basically gonna sit with our backs to you. This computer will have our logo on it, and we'll look this way where there'll be cameras set up. We're gonna have. We have two cameras. I have a Canon, and my son has a Canon. Gosh, I can't imagine how many years ago it was. Probably 5? That we decided we were getting cameras. That was our Christmas big present. And we were going to do all this filming, and we did. But we didn't do a lot of it. I made a short stop motion. I thought it'd be fun to do stop motion. It was a little time-consuming project. But I made a little Christmas video where the little train around the Christmas tree goes around, and there was a story behind it. Anyway, it took so long to take all those pictures. I mean, it was Christmas time, that's why I had the tree up. And so basically I made this little ornament fall off the tree and fly into the train and ride the train away. And it like took forever. I was like backbreaking work to, you know, hunch down under this Christmas tree and keep moving this little bird. And then run back and take a picture. I needed like a remote. Anyway, I learned a lot. I learned that's probably not, you know, my future as a stop motion creator. But I still have the camera. So, and it's a good camera, so we can use it. Yeah, and you know, did you ever fall into this problem that I finally got a camera and was like, I'm going to take all these pictures, and then the cameras on your phone suddenly got better. And it's like, why am I lugging around this camera bag with this great camera when I have this phone that's already with me and I could just take pictures with it? So I'm really happy to finally have a good use for this Canon camera. Canon. Boom! Yeah, not that kind of Canon. So, what are you guys up to? What are you writing? Are you still, are you doing the nanoing? Okay, something's wrong with my hair today. I keep catching a picture of me. Hello. Oh, man. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. All right, I'll talk about it. Do you guys watch documentaries? There's some documentary about this religious gal. I don't even know her name. I can't remember her name. But anyway, she created this whole very religious empire and said, you know, tried to, she sold a lot of people on it. I never heard of it until now. And it's actually, she died in a plane crash. And I guess, I don't know if this was in the works, but obviously there are a lot of people. She was very much had created a cult, but a religious cult. But in the sense that it was a cult because it was breaking up families and taking people and sort of had a very brainwashing element as far as I've gotten in the documentary. But the part I was like, there's a hairstyle and there's actual pictures of this woman. I'd never heard of her. I never heard of her, so I feel sorry for you guys if you have, and I can't remember her name. I'll Google it. But her hair, she used to wear her hair huge, but not like a beehive. Like, if you know, women used to sweep their hair up, they called it a beehive in like the 50s. But her hair was like I would wear my hair, like, you know, just bangs over to the side. But for some reason, she would puff it way up, I mean, like, she had this helmet hair. Like, she made herself like 4 inches taller with her hair. Like this hat. So it was like this. She made her hair like this. But it all looked like hair swept over. All right. Tell me real. Could you actually seriously, like, follow somebody like that? I mean, like, on a religious level, she just looked ridiculous. I don't know. It was in the South, so no offense to the South, but I know there's pockets of America where hairstyles are really different, even today. But don't get me started. But that was the kicker for me. Do you ever have things like that? Is that I'm listening to this documentary and I just don't believe any part of it, that anybody could follow this woman because of her hair. I mean, there are pictures of her when she started out. Her hair seemed to grow with her pretension, I guess. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I think people need something to believe in, and this came along in their lives. This woman came along in their lives, and she obviously was charismatic, probably in person. She had something to say, and they listened, that's really unusual, for people to follow in a religious sense a woman, So there's that part of it. You kind of admire it, but I don't admire someone that misleads people. And maybe they don't know they're doing it. I don't know. Anyway. I digress. Writing. We would like that kind of admiration with our writing. But we don't, but writers take a step back, There's no way that, there aren't many writers that become sort of these huge figures that demand followers. Well, there are some. Stephen King. Just not in the same way. There are very few writers, I guess, that are preaching from the pulpit kind of comparison. I can't compare. I can't. I mean, they're fans. Fans are different than religious followers. Oh, but wait, there's L. Ron Hubbard. He certainly pushed that into the... So there, I blew my own theory. It does happen. Oh gosh. It's a tool. It's a very powerful tool we have. And you could say that writers use it for their fiction, and but it's probably the same kind of tool that is used by charlatans to tell this tantalizing story to pull in their religious followers. It's similar. It's got to be the same kind of tool, right? That creation, but it's just sprinkled with a little something other. I digress. Ay. All right, so for me on the agenda, I've been sucked into this I Scare You promotion. So I feel like I have launched that train. Can you launch a train? Yeah, I had a big party, and no, but I have, that is rolling down the track, so to speak. And now I just have to feed it. I have 6 episodes out, and it's starting Monday. I'm going to put 1 episode out a week. So that's sort of a newer plan. So that's easy to feed. I've got everything ready. I'm still editing, but I'm on episode 17, and there's 22 for season 1, and I have 6 out. So I feel good. It's doable. So now I can integrate in my writing again. So what do I do next? She asked. No one. I'm just asking me. Well, I had my critique group last night, so I don't know. Do you guys have critique groups? I would highly recommend. Water. No, I'd highly recommend having a regular something like that. Well, you have this, so that's good. But once upon a time, I met locally with, these are local friends that are writers, and we used to meet we used to first met at coffee houses, and then I moved it to my house, and now of course we do it online, and we could do it in person again, but I find that we were obviously during the pandemic and lockdown and all that nonsense, we had to, no one had schedules like that would interrupt meeting. The upside of being shut down and staying at home was that we could get together. We'd FaceTime through Facebook, right? I would create one of those rooms, and that's what we still do. And we would meet like every 2 weeks, which was really, really productive to meet that often. When we used to meet in person, we would meet more like once a month. We would try twice a month, but something would always get in the way. I mean, we're talking 4 to 6 people. It varied. But right now we're 4 people, which is a good amount. I mean, you got to read everybody's stuff, and everyone turns in about 10 to 15 pages. So it's not like we're getting through stuff at a fast speed, but we are getting through it. Anyway, I find that what's cool about being in the critique group is I can pick a project that's not on my front burner, and it's not on my back burner, but it's somewhere in between. It's on the side burner. And it's a project I do want to push forward. So, I don't know. You can put that in the mix of something that could help writing. I know, I just feel like during NaNoWriMo, you're starting something. If you're starting a project, writing that book now, you need to keep working on it. I mean, even if you came out with a completed book, it's not going to be a completed book you can send to a publisher or an agent or publish yourself. It's not going to be in that shape, not if you just wrote it. And if you think it's in that shape, I'm here to tell you, please don't think that. You need a lot of work on that. It needs to be edited and proofed at the very least. But obviously, unless you are just like some genius wunderkind and just discovered that writing and you can write a complete book verbatim without it being bad. It's not a barf. That's my barf script. It's not a barf manuscript. It came out golden, ready to be polished. That's not you. I'm sorry. I wish it was all of us, but it's not. Things need editing. So, yeah, critique group would really, really good for that. I find that it is really great to take what you think is a rough draft, right, of a novel, and take it chapter by chapter into a critique group. Because that gives you the chance to, obviously, you've written it, let it sit, and then you slowly go through it yourself, because you're not going to send raw pages to your critique group even. Don't get me started on that. You're going to polish it just before it's time to send something out, and then you send it out, you get some feedback, and you polish it again. That's a really great process. I mean, obviously, depending how often your critique group meets, that's going to add quite a delay on completing that polish, but think about it. It's, like I said, it's what I use with a book that I want to get completed, but I'm obviously not in a hurry. So I just visit it a couple times a month and I put it out there. I get some good feedback. So it's a nice extra push on a project you might do nothing with if you didn't have it. Because the stuff I currently work on, every now and then I'll take some of that to critique group. Oh, our timer's up. But I'm working on that so fast. I like to complete the book before I see the critique group again. Anyway, it's coffee time. All right, take a break here. We got a little break. Stretch. If you've been writing a lot, try to remember that. Stretching. Let's see. Today, Anne is drinking the Nantucket blend. Can you see that? Yeah, I love my other Pete's and stuff, but I'm like, I better have a little change. Variety. Shazam! Wait for it. It's slow today. Come on. Oh, there it is. Oh, and good news. You'll love this. My creamer came back in stock. Thank you. Yeah, I know. It's only me that cares. I still sound clogged, don't I? It's the change in season. It's weird. So this is a perfect time of year to come to Vegas, FYI, because the weather's beautiful. We're like in the high 70s, low 80s. And it could be a little bit colder, but right now it hasn't. It seemed to get a little bit colder, and we had like a rainy day. The sky was cloudy, and then it got back into the low 80s. So it's weird. When you do that, it causes a lot of things here to think it's over, and then they come back because they think, oh no, it wasn't. So we get a lot of pollen and junk in the air from our plants. Yeah, so that's it. I can hear it. It's that fall sinus thing. It clears up as I get going. All right. We're going to let's see. We still got 3 minutes. I've been talking so much, I don't have anything else to talk about. I feel like I'm learning so much about promotion that maybe could help with my books. I don't know. I've yet to see it works. Hey, Serge! Thanks for joining me. I got it here. I don't know. The thing I'm going to be doubling down on right now, ooh, coffee's almost ready, is, that just smells so good. I mean, seriously. There are a few things in life that are just the best. And I love the sound of coffee brewing. I love the smell of it. Oh! And, whoa. And I love my creamer. Ding, ding. Yeah. That's cool. I also like bookstores. Old bookstores that are like, they're kind of, like that splashed. I guess it's okay. Old bookstores that have some old, moldy, maybe a little moldy. Is that a moldy smell? But I like the smell of new bookstores. Even just office stores that have paper. It's just, you go in, it's your happy place. I don't think it's just because I'm a writer. Yep. That's a good one. That's a keeper. I'm not happy with my hair. Serge, what's going on, man? Tell us something good. All right. It's almost time to get stretch out, get our final stretch in before we get back to writing. All right, I'm gonna write something this time. I put out my 10th Vella, so I think it's time to do the 11th. Yeah, I've been working on that. I can work on that a little. It does block my thing. All right. We have 25 minutes on the clock once again. And you know what time that it makes it? It's time to write. This is our second writing sprint of the morning or day, wherever you are. It's probably not morning. On your mark, get set, write! Ding, 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 ding. All right. Yeah, I don't have that ding, ding sound effect. Oh, and what's that? I'm not going to be able to watch this video back. Yeah, I'm learning so much about my YouTube videos. I haven't applied it to Writer's Write, but I will. But because we're building the YouTube channel for iScary at the same time as we're blogging and podcasting. It's got a three area cycle? I don't know. Anyway, I'm slowly putting stuff on the YouTube channel, and we're going to create some content just for it. But I have learned how to do end caps and the things at the end of these videos that say, watch another one of my videos. So yeah, I'll have to incorporate that into Writer's Write too. I'll try not to get it too fancy. I just like that this is sort of like, hey, this is me live, and I put it up there and I don't have to do anything beyond that. well, I tried to do some pictures at the front, for on the front end of these for when they pop up. But I didn't find that people clicked on those any more than the ones when it's just me going, ha! So, I don't know. It's all a matter of how you want to spend your time. Okay, where did I do? Oh yeah, and I got my critique stuff I need to do. I can't do that now. I need all the computers to do it. But, yeah. I did record another episode of my Kindle Vella podcast, Lyric. So that's something that I need to edit. I possibly could edit it. Possibly. I think that was for... I don't even know. I don't know where the script is for that. It's here somewhere. I'll find it. I feel like the music just got sad and soft. Da-da-da. All right. You don't want me to... Let's pop ahead. It's a little more. Hopefully you're all getting some writing done. If you're watching this after I've recorded it live, you can leave comments too. I monitor those, and I will say hi to you. But hopefully you're writing, and you just listen to these back to write. And I thank you for that. I hope they help. Let's see, I'm going to focus here for a minute. Till Sergio talks to me. Oh, yeah, I know you did. Oh, I'll go. Let's see. Let me go to Facebook. So, yeah, Serge, for some reason, it kept popping up that you sent me an image, but it wouldn't show it to me. It said it was removed. I didn't have access or something, so I'm sorry. I'm like, everything else you've shared pictures before. I've been able to see them. Facebook won't let me. No, that's why I messaged you and I said, what's going on? There you are. Sergio. You have so many. Oh, there she is. You guys are so cute. Look at that water. Where is that? Is that like a place you've actually been? That beach? It almost looks fake. All right, let's see. Oh, here you are. What she eating? Oh yeah, I can't read this. Oh, she's so cute. You guys are adorable. What's her name? Can we have her name? Oh, it might be here somewhere. Rebecca, I'm assuming. It's not in my language, but I can read. Oh, there it says Rebecca Garcia. All right. So cute, Surgeon Rebecca. Do you call her Becky? I have an online friend who I know in person too, but I met her originally online, and her name is Rebecca, and I just recently found out that she usually likes to be called Becky. That's the problem sometimes with online is you always see everyone's full name all the time, so you're like, it feels really wrong for me to call her Becky because I think of her as Rebecca. Actually, I think of her as her whole name. So she uses her middle name too and last name. So I think of her as her whole name. Isn't that strange? It's not too strange though. I remember I had a friend. I had one friend. No, and she had kids, and I was coming to visit. So she wanted her kids to sort of know who I was, who's going to come stay with them. So she had a picture up on the fridge of me, so they could get used to me because they were little kids, and. She kept calling me by my full name because they knew another Anne. So it was really strange. And of course, it was my maiden name. So none of it makes sense to you. But my maiden name was shorter, so when you say my first name and my maiden name together, it almost sounded like a really unique name. So they thought that was my name. They thought my first and last name was my first name. And I have had that happen once in person where I had to say my full name and I just said it so fast that they're like, oh, that's a really unique name. And I was like, wait, what? No, that's... So then I had to get used to saying Anne and then my last name. Which I'm not going to tell you, so... Anyway, it doesn't matter because I don't use it anymore. I have so many names. Oh, now I'm just looking at Sergio's pictures. Yes, you said Rebecca. So you don't call her Becky? All right, what's this one? See, the problem is I can't read it. Oh, there's some. Aw, that's your son. Is that your son? Let me see. You don't say. I can't tell what he's holding. He's so cute. All right. Oh, what does he play? Is that a bass? So, obviously... What is that picture? Oh, see translation. Your brother, Omar. Oh, look how cute. All right. Groovy. Okay, I could look here all day long. Okay, oh man, what's going on? Cute. I like pictures. All right. Okay. Yeah, so the good news is the podcast launch was a success. I mean, honestly, in 3 days I had over 100 downloads, which, I don't know, if 100 people came and saw me speak, I'd be really excited, right? I don't know if 100 downloads equals 100 people, but close enough. Why quibble? Quibble, what a word. But anyway, yeah, so now I feel like I had this big deadline facing me, so I can see beyond it now. I feel like I'm on track to finish editing the rest of the episodes. I feel like I've created something I can manage, and now I can see the future, and I can allow in a few other things. I mean, at least I was able to balance what I was doing, which is this show and just life. I was balancing my life, this show, and promoting this thing. So now that the podcast has just sort of become part of what I do, I have room for these other little gems that are waiting in the wings. So one is that book. It's that mashup with its public domain. So I can't talk about that yet. But I am very close to finishing it. It's the one I've slowly been working on with my critique group. So, but it's like, it's for a YA, I want to say, a tween to YA audience. And it was just sort of a one-off idea I had that I'm like, I have to pursue this. I feel like podcasting was that way too with me, that I felt the skills I had developed as a writer really worked with podcasting. All the screenwriting stuff to me, is like television writing to me is the same as podcast writing in some way. It's because it's so episodic. Not obviously not this podcast, but the audio drama was a sure fit for a screenwriter to sort of serialize something you're writing and put it out there. And then combine that with what I'm doing here with you, then that makes a nice normal podcast, the nonfiction kind. So it's like I keep pursuing these things that I told people for years before I did it that they should be try podcasting. It's another avenue like self-publishing, where as writers we have control. I can't go out and make a movie on my own. I mean, I could. It'd be crap, though, because I've worked at this level, and I don't feel good taking it down to this level. I know how to take it down to that level. I could take it down to this level way down here. I could go film a movie on my phone, but, I'm not 12 or 10 or 15 or whatever. I think if I was a 15-year-old, I would go film a movie on my iPhone. I would do that. But I'm not that age. and I feel like I have enough experience in the industry to go do that, and to do it poorly would be pointless, you know. The people that would see it would be like, what is she thinking? But I do feel that I can professionally put out a podcast. You tell me if I'm right. And I can professionally put out a book. You tell me, but I did. And I feel good with the level. So, yeah, I'm going to keep doing those things, because that's, the control as a writer is amazing. That things have developed over the last 10 years. I mean, I think they were there before that. They were just harder. But things have developed that make it very easy for artists, and not just writers, also musicians, to actors for sure too, to create stuff and put it out there that can actually be consumed by everyday consumers. You know, thanks to YouTube, thanks to Amazon, there are these outlets. And as much as you could say they're making money off of us, they're also breaking down some barriers that totally stood in our ways as a writer. You know, as a screenwriter, I need at least a $5 million budget, and that's low budget, to make a movie the kind of movie I've been writing. And frankly, I need a lot more than that. I need a $20 million budget, because I write with my partner. We've written some really cool action films. Boy, I'd love to see those filmed. But, you know, that takes a lot of pitching and finagling and trying to find someone that becomes a champion to your work. And frankly, I mean, there's a million writers like that out there in Hollywood. And at least half of that million have already done films like that. So they're ahead of you on that scale of who knows who, and who hangs out with who, and who has a great idea. There are a lot of great ideas out there. But Hollywood is a kind of business where people, they like to work with their friends, and they like to work with people they trust. So that's what makes it so hard for us to break in, because they don't know us. They don't know how amazing we are, and how much fun we would be to work with, and how, how sane we are, how normal we are. That's another big element in Hollywood, is they're afraid everybody's crazy, because everybody is. But in the sense of working, they're afraid that you'll seem amazing, you'll have a great idea. They allow you in because of your great idea to work with you, and then you go batshit crazy and disappear on them. And they've wasted all this effort and time, and they've gotten a lot of other people excited, and then just to disappoint them. And that's kind of a curse in Hollywood too. If you bring a great project, if you're like a producer and you're looking for people like us with great stories, you probably have only so many times that you can bring a great project to the table. If it just disintegrates, which a lot of projects disintegrate in Hollywood. I've been involved in them. They haven't disintegrated because of me. Cheers. Clink. But they have. And that's hard. You don't want to get a track record as a producer of bringing great things to the table that just never come together. Because then people are like, that's a waste of my time. Even if they waste a month of their time, that's a wasted month where they could have been working on something with people that they know have a good track record of bringing together a full project and getting it to completion. Because that's where obviously they make money all the way along that process, but you really want to complete stuff. Because it is one of those things of, what have you done lately? And if all you've done lately is try to set up things that fall apart, but that is the business. That is the business. So anyway, I digress a little, but it's great as creators, artists, however you want to label writers, and all, like singers, actors, but that end of it, that creative side of it, it's hard to have control, but now we have a little, and I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy to promote this stuff and try to get it seen, because you're competing against everything. You're competing against the stuff that does have gajillion-dollar budgets to promote it. Because if you make a $20 million film, believe me, you're going to spend $40 million to promote it, which is crazy. But it's going to be double. Whatever you hear of film, whatever you hear it costs to make, they pay double to promote it. So what does that mean? Because I've had this question with myself, because I've put money towards promoting this, and I'm going to have to continue to put money towards promoting it. I mean, even once there's a fan base, I can't not promote it with, even if I just do a smaller Facebook boost just to let everyone know I'm still there. Hey, you can still listen to these. You're competing, you're having to pay to compete, but they're having to pay to compete too, the big boys. and we're all competing for this attention of our attention, all of us. And to me, it is sort of humbling that you do have to play that. That's not a game, really. It's the business of it. It's the business, the part you might not want to. I always want to create something, you want to create something that goes viral, that just finds its audience, and boom, you never have to do anything again. And I don't believe that this is hair. I don't believe that's the case. I think that's the impression that we get, is that things go viral, it makes you, and suddenly you're a success. But no, you gotta keep feeding it. There's gotta be that next thing, right? You can't. A viral success won't help you if it doesn't actually tap into what you're doing on a regular basis. If something goes viral for the wrong reasons, then the people that came, I saw this whole video. I was listening to YouTube, my YouTube university, basically, that said that a guy was going through his YouTube channel and he was taking down videos because he felt that over time the focus had changed a little, and he had put up some videos that really weren't about what he was creating anymore. And that was the same thing. If those videos were pulling in a lot of viewers, they would look at the rest of his videos and go, oh, well, none of this is so you lose them. So what's the sense of having, so I've got my channel here on Writers. Let's say I did a stomach growl video, because obviously people have found me here because my stomach growled once, maybe twice. And so if I suddenly did a stomach growl video, and put it on my channel, and that went viral, or it drew in thousands of people, they would be really disappointed, because most of my videos are about writing. I mean, like, all of them are about writing, but there's some different aspect of writing. So it wouldn't help my channel at all to go viral for a stomach growl video. You see my point? So I guess that is where you have to figure out, when you're feeding the beast, which is promoting your stuff. It's little you holding up a flag going, I'm still here. When you do that, are you, you never know what part of that's going to pull people in. And you really need to be cognizant of the fact, if you're pulling them in for some weird thing that you didn't notice, if the wrong thing goes viral, it's not going to help you. And that's sort of shocking. I don't know. I think, like anything, it's the old tortoise and the hare story, is that, yes, if something goes viral, and let's keep our fingers crossed, it's for the right reasons, and it brings people that want to consume all your content, not just that video. It won't bring, if something goes viral, by the way, all those people aren't going to become fans. You know that. So whatever percentage do, that's good, right? Hopefully they stick around to whatever you're creating and want to consume all of it. Your books, read them all. Your podcasts, listen to them all. There's that. But it is the slow game. You need to it is like an animal that you need to feed constantly. content. So that has been a big part of my goals, which is why I said that I feel like I've finally gotten to a point in this project where I've integrated it. You know, I've put in all the effort to launch it, which took more effort than it will now take to maintain it. But that was a big challenge, to look at my life, to look at the other things I'm creating that I want to keep creating, and see how do I balance it all. Because something like the iScary podcast is going to be a dominant factor now until I decide it's over, right? Or I shouldn't say me, but we, because I'm doing it with my son. But I'm obviously the driving force because I'm just that way. Well, he has a full-time job. This is my full-time job at the moment, it feels like. But that is one of those things you have to balance. And I'm happy to say that the plan I had worked. Well, let's say the first half of the plan. The plan of it being a massive success and getting a sponsor. That's the second part of the plan. But that's a plan that I'll evaluate in 6 months. So I think that's important too, because I have decided that I feel like this is I've had a good time doing this. We have had a good time doing it. So I want to continue, and we're going to do more episodes. So that's a success, a personal success that we're going to keep moving forward. Keep feeding the beast with content. Oh my gosh, look at this. 2 minutes left of writing. How's your sprint going? Hopefully you just mute me. Hi. I'm going to tap on the screen. Hello. Just so someone will look over to the muted Anne and go, what is she doing? I'm just teasing you. Sorry. You come here to write, and hopefully that's what you do. Why isn't this working? Ah, it is. Yeah, I gotta plan my day. I could work on that. No, I'm gonna work on... So the important part about doing the critique group is you have to put in the time to prep whatever you're sending off, which should just take like a day. You have to put in the time to read everybody's stuff and then meet up, however you meet up. And then you still need one more day where you take everything they said, put it, make your changes and push on a little bit, do a little bit more. And then that's it. That's my little capsulization of critique group, helping you push one project, not a main project, but pushing on one of your down the to-do list projects forward. Christmas fireworks? Oh, how cool. So how did that work for you, Sergio? If that video went viral, I mean, did you feel like you had a little uptick in any of your other videos, or were they only looking for fireworks? That's an interesting idea. Actually, I have if you had just a firework YouTube channel, could you make money off of that? I don't know. I do have some Disney fireworks on my phone. I remember filming. I have a bunch. I should put them up because they don't do Disney fireworks anymore. Did you know that? I don't know about in Orlando. Ooh, ooh. You did it, because I didn't write at all. But that's the end of our second 25-minute writing sprint. Let me know how you did, if you did anything. But yeah, they don't do fireworks at Disneyland in Anaheim, California anymore. They decided it was bad for the environment or something. I mean, come on. Do you know how long they've been doing fireworks? How many times they've been doing every day, at least twice, because they always had a fireworks display on the California side, California Adventure, and in Disneyland. Every day. Now they've decided. If you ask me, yeah, it definitely isn't great for the environment, and I know that the locals that lived around Disneyland, that was a thing, but it just happened. They had to live with having fireworks at midnight. But I'm sure the decision was made to save money. because that's how decisions get made by big corporations. So I don't know. I thought it was weird, but I don't know what happens in Orlando. Do you know, Serge, if they're still? It had to be a company-wide thing. I'm sure they're not doing it in Florida either. I'm just thinking they aren't, but who knows? But I have those fireworks. I have them filmed, so now they're gold. They're like, I saved something that became important because you can't film anymore Disneyland. So I could create a channel just for that. We could do that together. We could have a fireworks YouTube channel featuring Disneyland fireworks. I mean, I guess the point of that would be just to monetize it and see if you could monetize it. I just don't. How would you feed it? I mean, obviously, you could film stuff at 4th of July and New Year's, but that'd really have to last you. I'm gonna Google it now. I'm gonna Google it. See how many firework channels there are on YouTube and how they're doing. Anyway, guys, it's been fun hanging with you this morning. Happy Friday. I hope this launches you into a wonderful weekend. For those of you doing NaNoWriMo, go at it, go at it. This is crunch time. This is prime time for your NaNoWriMo, and I hope you've cleared your weekend so you can just write. For the rest of you, I hope you have a fun weekend. Thank you so much, Yvette and Allie and Sergio, for popping in and saying hi and keeping me company. I appreciate that. And for all of you that watch it after the fact, thank you for coming. You can hit the notification bell, like the videos. That always helps. Most of all, it helps me go, because these videos do not go viral. I do not expect them to go viral, but I love getting a thumbs up to know that you want me to keep doing them. That's what they help me do. They help me go, yay! I mean, I'm always happy to see that people are watching them after the fact. So cool. Take care. Have a good weekend. Keep writing. Keep creating. Because the world needs your stuff out there, right? Only you can do it. Oh, see? See? Sergio backed me up on my point. It only went up for that video. Well, that makes sense. It was totally different. But something to think about. You need to incorporate your poems with fireworks. You know? It's that old, have a dog in your video because people love dogs. Something like that. It's the bait and switch, in a way. Anyway, we will discuss it again. Have a great weekend, guys, and thanks so much for joining me on Writers Write.